What's up, guys? Little Draymond 707 here, and so I am talking over this clip, and I recorded this just a few minutes ago. This is the second episode of the Cleveland Cavaliers realistic rebuilding, rebuilds, and so I basically this video was mainly just trying to, we haven't played this in two. I haven't played this in 2 months, and just trying to get back in the feel of things with this rebuild. Um, so we drafted Obi. Here I show we drafted. Talk about how I drafted Obi Toppin. We drafted Obi Toppin last video. We picked up JaVale McGee. Re-signed Drummond. We got Garland as backup point guard. Got Colin Sexton. We kept all of that. We signed. I think our biggest sign was there, right there. You see Danilo Gallinari. Uh, so we have Drummond. He was an All-NBA second team center last year, which is good to see, and that's why we retained him. I don't know why he's an 84 overall. I thought he was going to be a little better, but we'll see with how progression goes, player progression goes. But yeah, as you can see there, you have that. So here we go into player progression. And we see that Danilo Gallinari is he improved a little bit, or at least you know staying the same. JaVale McGee chopped off a little bit. We're chilling with that though. For the most part though, the team stayed either they stayed the same or they got better. As you see, Darius Garland jumped up like 2. I was hoping new acquisitions such as Obi Toppin would get a little better. Colin Sexton, you can see he did get a little better in some of his attributes, but not his overall didn't really raise at all. Yeah, you see Darius Garland again there. We have Tyler Hero. I was hoping he'd get better too, but so far that's that. Uh, Here I'm just looking over player progression, and we got get rid of Dante Exum. That's a that's a big thing. Um, he's making a little too much money for my liking, and he doesn't really do shit. So, uh, yeah, I think that's really what I spent. That's probably again. I'm recording this audio after I've already done all this. So as you see, I'm about to check our trainer. Uh, but it seemed our trainer is the best you can get really right now. So we're gonna go to training camp. I'm gonna have two training camps or things to send my players to because we have our trainer as a B rating. Uh, so as we sim past all of this, anyway, yeah. So it's been about 2 months since I last recorded a video on this series, and in terms of the NBA, lots changed since then. We found out a little bit ago, a few weeks ago, that the NBA is coming back. If you're watching this, you probably already know. But yeah, the NBA is coming back. There's some players are sitting out, as we know right now. We know like Buddy Hield's sitting out. Out the Kings weren't really going to do anything anyway. I don't think so. That doesn't really matter that much. They got the Wizards though. Davis Bertans is sitting out, and it was kind of a slim chance the Wizards make the playoffs anyway. But they were in it. They were the East team that's out of the playoffs. The only East team that's not in the playoffs that are in the bubble. And Davis Bertans is out, so I really don't have hope for the Wizards right now. It makes sense for Bertans though, because he's gonna get that bag in free agency. He's gonna get a relatively good bag because of he's a shooter, and we're living in the sprawl ball era right now for basketball, and so his talents are very important. Um, I'm a I'm somewhat a Wizards fan. I'm more of a Bradley Beal fan actually. I like John Wall and Bradley Beal. I love them for a few years now, and yeah, I hope Bradley Beal gets. I was happy to see that the Wizards were in the bubble, but I don't even know if Bradley Beal's playing. He probably is, but I really wanted to see Bradley Beal play a little bit more because he's one of my favorite players. But as you can see here, back with the rebuild, this is free agency, and I'm trying to find like a piece that we could pick up for because my plan is I want to make the playoffs. So as of right now, I really just want to make the playoffs. I kind of want to be on that Clippers, that last year's Clippers type boat. You know how they made the playoffs. They had some good pieces. Uh, they showed that they want to compete. They made some noise, and then you see like Kawhi and PG sign there in free agency. So I don't want to tank. I want to try to be competitive, and I think throughout the season our players can improve a little bit. So I'm fine with I think if injuries can happen too, so we might make a who knows, we might make a semi-deep playoff run like the Blazers. As you can see here, I'm trying to get Chris Dunn because I see his Hall of Fame pickpocket, which is a we need a backup shooting guard, and Chris Dunn has a defensive capabilities for a backup shooting guard, and so I'm fine with I'm trying to get Chris Dunn here. Um, but I'm also like looking around, just trying to shop other shooting guards maybe. Um, but we just don't have the money, 2K. I think I might have to play around with the contract settings later because you got Joe Harris in free agency, which we all know. He would not. The fucking Bucks would pick him up or something if he was in free agency. Get that shooting, but yeah. If you could hear, that's got some Mozart playing in the back, cause that's the only music I really know. Is like, there's no way like Mozart's copyrighted, right? But I guess we'll see. Um, Yeah, see, I'm trying to get Chris Dunn, but he just wants too much money because these settings, like they don't have a job, so obviously you'd probably take anything. But these 2K settings are kind of whack. But I end up not getting Chris Dunn. I settle for I end up trading away I end up trading away Dante Exum. I have to throw in a few picks, second round picks. But you'll see in a little bit. I end up trading away Dante Exum. Uh, but yeah. So in terms of while I'm doing this, in terms of the NBA, yeah, I think the Clippers are gonna win it all. They just have so much depth. So even if so far, I just read from Woj that 300 NBA players who got tested so far, and like 16 of them tested positive. As you can see here, I'm trying to get. Speaking of the Clippers, I see this Pat Bev trade, but I'm thinking, this is a realistic rebuild. I don't think that the Clippers would want to give away Pat Bev. He's their heart and soul, um, and especially for someone like Dante Exum. But also, I want Pat Bev though. That'd be a cool trade because we need a back. As you can see, I'm trying to shopping for a backup shooting guard, and you can move Pat Bev to shooting guard, and he certainly has the capabilities for a shooting guard. But yeah, I end up just settling here. I try to build my own trade, but yeah, I think back to the NBA. I think the Clippers will indeed win it. I just don't think the Lakers. They're just too top heavy right now. Like, of course, you could say the same about the Clippers. They're top heavy, but they got some really good supporting pieces. You got Montrez. He's probably the best backup center in the NBA. He's probably one of the best centers in the NBA. Period. I'm not saying like top five, but he's definitely up there. Um, and then yeah, just the fucking Lou Will and Montrez pick and roll off the bench. That's crazy. So I don't know if the Lakers can hold the Clippers. Reggie Jackson's the Clippers' third string point guard, and as we all know, he started in Detroit. So I mean, the Clippers got starting point guards out here running like their third string. So even if someone gets sick on the Clippers, like it's just they still have enough depth to win it. Unless like someone serious like Kawhi gets sick or something. But I also saw this interesting aspect about the bubble in that you know, there's tampering. We don't know if there's gonna be any like teams. Like middle of the night at the like a snack machine or something. Like Giannis talking with like a Warriors or Warrior. I guess the Warriors not gonna be there, but just like Clippers talking to Bradley Beal at the snack machine at like midnight. You never know. Players talking to each other. It's certainly interesting. It is. Uh, there's the whole Kyrie Irving thing, and that was kind of a big deal a few days ago. It's kind of died down now, but I think Kyrie is I think his opinion is respectable. I certainly see why some players might not want to. I'm in favor of running the season. I think that you could still be active in the circumstances going on. Of course, if you're in the bubble, you can't really attend protests and stuff, but I think you certainly can use that platform. But I do understand what they're talking about. People like Dwight Howard saying that, like, we need to we sports are distraction right now, because, like, there's people being lynched, like being hung, literally hung, like in Southern California, African American uh African Americans. It's it's certainly there's certainly we're living in a we're still living in a fucked up country. Everything didn't just end in the 60s, 1960s with civil rights bills, and in the 1860s, 100 years before that, with the freeing of slaves. There's certainly still stuff going on, and I respect the players. I respect players. I respect their opinions for, wanting to hold off in the season to focus on all this. But I certainly think that both can be done still. Um, I see both sides, though. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. As you can see here, back to the rebuild. I'm trying to get Etwan. I ended up getting Gary Payton in the second right here, as you'll see. Because we just need a backup shooting guard. I'm trying to start the season. He accepts the offer. Great. We go to the end of the season. I don't care. I'm letting the CPU sign whoever it wants. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Going into the season, as again, my hopes, I want to make the playoffs. I want to show that we can compete. We got an All NBA center. Our system's not really fitting. I don't know what to do about that, really. I might make some starting lineup changes, so that might improve the system a little bit. You can see I moved Tyler Hero to the starting spot. But yeah, we got Obi Toppin. I really just want to give him some freedom. I want to give him freedom to work this year. I need to make a 10-man rotation so that Darius Garland gets some minutes. But yeah, I want Tyler Hero starting. He's certainly better than Gary Payton. I don't know why they wanted Tyler Hero coming off the bench. But yeah, we got Garland. We got running our backup point. I think this team is really solid. Honestly, we got Danilo Gallinari. He's a bucket getter. We got Drummond, All NBA center. We got Obi Toppin. He's one of the best players in the draft. He's gonna make some noise. I think he's gonna prove himself. We got Darius Garland, a top pick. Either was it last year? I don't know, but he certainly can run a backup point. That might just be the position for him for the future. I think we might keep on the Garland and just have him be like our Lou Will, if you may. Or if you will. But yeah, as you can see, we got Sexton. I believe in Sexton. We got Hero. I think we have a solid team. I think we can make some noise. As you can see, Obi Toppin, well-rounded. Obi Toppin, Drummond, I like that. But yeah. So I think I end up simming until the Pacers game, I think. But yeah, there's so we as you can see the roster again. The CPU picked up Kadeem Allen. We traded for Brzezinkas. But yeah. So we sim a little bit. We win this first game. Yeah, we want to decline that trade. We win this first game as the Heat by a pretty large margin. I think that's 16 points. Jimmy Butler put up 27. Bam put up 23. Just wasn't enough. We took Hero from them, actually. I'm just realizing. So that's kind of funny. Hero scored 13 in his game back against the Heat. But as you can see, Drummond with some pretty good numbers. Sexton, Gallinari, Obi Toppin, pretty good rookie debut. 16, 6, 3, and 2, 2 for 5 and 3. I like it. Drummond, you can see, was in a little bit of foul trouble with 5. But yeah, we're gonna sim a little bit. Sim through the date. Yeah, about the Pacers game. But yeah, we end up losing this game to the Spurs. We lose to the Raptors, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we lose to the Raptors. Decline that trade. We don't need Frank Kaminsky. The Knicks, we beat the Knicks by about, it's a blowout. It's like 29 points, I think. We lose to the Bucks, though, which I understand because the Bucks are raw. Pacers, we lose. So we start the season 2-4. Not very ideal, but then again, our chemistry is not really well. So, once the chemistry in 2K, chemistry with default settings, it does have a big impact on wins and losses. But I'm thinking we might make a trade. I think in next episode we might make a trade. Honestly, I think I want to. In my mind, I kind of envision picking up Jaylen Brown. As you can see, I'm trying to mess with the. I don't really think a scoring option is really needed on this team. Everyone's pretty around the same range in terms of scoring. But yeah, that's it. Peace out, guys. Take care.